Hello YouTube, and welcome to my video, my first video actually, of the 144001 WLTOYS. I was super excited to get this for Christmas. I got it for Christmas. I started bashing around and running it just kind of to the extreme to see how well it would hold up. Here it is. It's kind of like all taken apart. Here's the body to it. There it is. But all in all, I'm very happy with it. Of course, like with any RC, when you start playing with it, you're going to start breaking stuff. That's just part of the hobby. Well, that happened. I did a jump, and the jump, it landed in a ditch, and in a ditch going at a relatively fast speed, of course stock with 2S stock battery, it broke the C-hub right here. You can see right there, it's supposed to be a piece of plastic that covers that metal piece like it would on this other side. I have a recliner, so I'm not sure if I broke it during that, because I'm not sure how it actually happened. I might have just closed the recliner on it and broke it, because I did squash this car in the living room the other day, but either way it broke. And another thing that happened was that the shock that goes on this side, the bottom screw right here, or the bottom part of the shock, just came apart and it spilled all the oil, so I have to redo my shocks, which I'm going to do with the new kit. But anyways, what I plan on doing with this is turning it into a speed run. I plan on getting another one to turn into a basher, but since this is my first one, and this is my first love, I guess you can call it, then I'm going to turn it into a speed run. I'm going to put all metal parts on it, which is going to make it heavier, but I'm not a guy that's out there to try to beat guys that are running 100 miles an hour, 120 miles an hour. That's not me. I just wanted to build my kit the way that I want to build it, and it's not that money does not matter, because I know that I can get ready to run cars that have a lot better parts than this. I just love tinkering with stuff. So if you like to tinker with stuff and you want to have a buffer of how much money you can spend on top of what the car costs you, then this is a great car to do it, because the price point for it is anywhere between 75 to 100 bucks, depends on where you buy it from. Anyways, going on with the upgrade kit, I got the full-blown metal upgrade kit for it. Like I said, as a speed run, this thing, I'm hoping that I don't flip it too much, but if I do, I'll just deal with the consequences and buy parts as I need it. But the package that I got, which is kind of a review of all the parts, or an overview of them, so you can see actually what comes in the package and what they look on video instead of just in pictures. Then here's the front swing arms, 2 of them. It comes with all the hardware to install them. And this one has the little 2 holes. You can see the hole there and the hole there. This is the front side. With these, you're going to be able to put the screw in, and if you look for many other guys out there that have been very helpful to me, you're going to be able to put a screw in here to control the droop of this, how high or how low this car sits once you put a screw into there. Now, the plastic parts in the rear do have it, which is the next component that comes with the kit. It does have it, but it does on the plastic parts, it does have the ability to put a screw in. These do not. I just don't know why they decided not to. It comes with 2 of these and all the hardware to put it, the rod assembly for it, the screws to put it on, but they did not. I might just have to mimic when I take the other one off and maybe drill a hole so that I can get it accomplished just like it would be on the plastic part. But we'll see when we get there how satisfied I am, how high or how low. The next thing that comes with it is the front steering hub. The front steering hub has 2 parts, and it looks like it's all attached by pins. So the hardware must be in the bag where the C connectors for these are. So we will see how that actually works out when I go to install it. Of course, this package does not come with instructions. It has 2 of these. So we're gonna have to figure out as I go on. The best thing that I can tell you is that as you take off things, either take pictures or take notes of what goes where, so that you can understand what you're doing when you're doing it. The next piece, which is I think I got the okay, so I got that. I'm sorry, I'm over here reading the assembly parts. Yeah, we got the rear wheel seats. Okay, so the next part would be the rear wheel seats are these right here. There they are. That's what I was missing. It comes with 2 of them. Again, it does not come with hardware, so I'm assuming that the hardware that you take off, oh crap, you'll be able to install it on this. There's the rear wheel seat. It has 2 of these. Gold is the color that I selected, and you'll see why after a while. Then is the steering group. This is the part that controls the servo. This is the steering group, these are the parts that the servo controls, better said. It has, if you have a 144001, you'll understand what I'm talking about when I say the steering group. So it has the screws that go with it. There is a mod out there to where you fix these parts to where they do not allow the wheels to wiggle in and out for the steering, that you can tighten the steering by the arm that goes on these. Once it is installed, you drill them and you put bearings in them, and then you can, in all essence, put the screw in, because it tends to wobble on these little tiny screws. So there's a trick or a hack for that as well. Alright, so the next thing is the C seats that go on the front hubs. It comes with all the hardware for it, apparently. Yes, there's screws and the little grommets that go along with it. Here's the seat, the C seat, all metal parts, all nice and gold. So far I've been very satisfied with at least how it's produced, how it looks, how it feels. And weight might be a little bit of an issue, but like I said, it's how I want to build it. Then the next thing that comes in the package is the second floor. Here's the second floor. It comes with all the hardware. It's in the bag that comes with it. Of course, all these parts came together. It's a kit. If it's not part of the kit, I will let you know. That is the bottom side of it. This is the top side of it. It comes with the hardware already installed here. There is not much you can do to other than using tools, like serious tools, to make this work in a different way, but that's how it is. We'll see. This is one of the parts that I was concerned about, because I want to install bigger batteries on here, and the plastic flexes a little bit, so you can kind of squeeze in bigger batteries under it. So we will see how that works out once it is installed, and of course I'll do a video on that later as well. Then the next part that comes with it is the central drive shaft. The planet gears go on either side, on both sides actually, and then you have your gear that goes on this side. You can see where the grooves are right there. The pin, not the pinion gear, but these things right here. This is not part. Yeah, this is part of the kit, or not? I'll let you know in a minute. But the spur gear, that's the word I was looking for. The spur gear goes into this. And then the next part that comes with the package, or at least the package that I got, is the front and rear shock mounts. And let's do a little comparison here, because I know you're probably wondering, how much thicker are they really from, and are they necessary? Well, they come with the kit, so they're going to get installed. It is much thicker. Here is the car. That is the thickness of it, and here we can do a side-by-side comparison. They are a lot thicker than the other one, and it will look a lot nicer than the stock mounts. You got a front mount, back and front, and you got a rear mount, back and front, or backwards, front and back. Okay, so, and this one does come with all the hardware. Here is all the hardware for it, and judging by how, just getting ahead of myself here, judging by how the mounts are built, these rubber bushings that are here between, or spacers that are between the shock and the mount itself, are not going to be needed. So you can save those when you go to install them, because I will pull another one out, and this is the rear mount, which has the same kind of adapters. It is already pre-installed on the mount itself. Okay, moving on. The next thing that comes with it is the front and rear shocks, and of course these come with a tiny little bit of oil. They came in kind of seized, Nothing special about it. They seem just kind of like the ones that come stock with it, just in a different color. I did have a shock. No, I don't have it here. It's in the other box over there, and I'm not going to go get it right now. But the stock shock is red, okay? And it comes with the body casing is in silver. Same kind of spring. It doesn't look any thicker. It doesn't look any different. It is the exact same shock. The only thing that this one is completely gold. Alright, so it comes with all the hardware to install them. It's right there. It has the nut bolts or the screws, but not the nuts. So you will have to salvage the nuts that are with the vehicle for the installation of the shock switch. Pro tip, I've heard this a million times. I'm not a pro, but I'm gonna give you a pro tip. All right, so before you go into installing any of this, you might want to service your shocks and fill them appropriately. There's plenty of videos out there to fill these and let the air out and close them and bleed them and all the things that you need to do to these things, because they have to sit for quite a while, especially if you're using thick oil. Because that way, while you are working on the other things, these things are sitting on ice so that all those air bubbles get out and you can get that mission accomplished. And once you start completing your build and it's time to install the shocks, you will not have any issues with bubbles, and they will be set. And build them in sets, the rear and the back, measure, do all the cool things. I will try to do a video on them later, but for now I'm just moving on. Then you got the 7 pull rods, okay? So when I say pull rods, they're in here. I'll pull out one because they're just different lengths, but I'll show you on the car itself. It comes with all the hardware. This does come with the nuts and all the screws, but these are the pull rods. They are very, very, very loose right here. So, and they're very, very loose right here too. So this seems like it's very movable. So it has. I'm guessing that this is going to be the nut that locks it all into place once you get where you want to be. That's it. So it comes with 7 of these, and I'll show you where they go. There are 4 that go on the front end, here, 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 and there. And then you got 2 that go in the rear, right here, and right here. And then you actually have, I didn't expect that it was going to come with the servo one, but it does. And the good thing about it is that if you do crash this thing with all these metal parts, and these things do bend because they don't have much give like these plastic ones do, you can save these plastic ones in a little toolbox or something, and take it with you if you're running, because there's nothing worse than crashing your car and not being able to use it because of the crash. So you can, on the fly, probably use some tools and fix it on the fly. But anyway, moving on. So we have also that, and then we have 2 dog bones. Where's the dog bones at? Here is the dog bones. The dog bones are for, if I'm not mistaken, for the front end. Hold on. Dog bone. I'm trying to see what's in here. No, the dog bones are for the rear. Yeah, these are the dog bones that go on the rear axle. There they are. Nothing special about them. They're just the same as the other ones. They're not really an upgrade part. They're extra dog bones. So if you want to save these 2 brand new ones, in case you bend one, lose one, break one, then you have 2 extra dog bones. The next thing that comes with it is the rear axle cups. Here are the rear axle cups right here. You got your 2 little rear axle cup. This is where the wheel installs onto. The dog bone goes into here, and I'm assuming that the pin that goes into here is either in here or it is installed on the car. Let me see. Yeah, it's installed on there. It's something that you're going to have to take out and reuse if it's necessary. Okay, so there are your 2 rear axle cups. Then you have your differential cups. The differentials already have their cups, so there's no need to redo these. But the nice thing is if this thing jams and you end up breaking one of these cool little things right here, this goes into the axle side right here, you see? Right there, boom. There's a gear that goes onto here on the inside, and it makes the differential work. It does come with the hardware to install them. Looks like I'm missing one of the screws. It's supposed to have 4 screws, and I only see 3. No, they're there. 4 screws come with it. All right, so that is that. These are just replacement parts at this point. If you want to just keep the differentials the way that they are, that's that. And then the reduction gear. Here we are. Here, you have the motor gear. And this actually does come with the kit. I was telling you earlier that I wasn't sure if it did or not, but it does come with it. So if you have never opened your car, this spur gear, and this is really for extreme rookies that don't know what's inside of here. Inside of here, on the drive shaft, on the back side is where this goes into. The one that comes with the car is plastic. This is an upgraded metal part. So we're gonna try this on as soon as I get to building. And here is your pinion gear. This is a mod 7, and I've learned this from all the videos that I've watched. So these are extremely hard to come by. The only two places that you can get them are, the only place that I've seen them actually, mod 7s, is in the website where I bought all these parts, which has and it's actually from another car. There's a 17 gear pinion, but you have to do modifications to it, and I will do a video on that too because I did buy it. It hasn't arrived yet, but this comes with the metal upgrade kit. There you go. You got the motor mount, you got the spare gear, the motor gear, I'm sorry. Then it has all the bearings that you need, and this is probably going to be bearings that go installed on the drive shaft, bearings that get installed on the wheels, and you have those bearings right there. Then you're going to have the hexagon couplings that go inside of the wheel. If you don't know where these go, it even has little metal shafts that go in them. They're all the first thing that goes into the wheel. Well, behind this wheel right here, inside, all the way in here, is where that goes. And you got all 4 of them. Then the planet gears that go. Ooh, I just dropped a screw from somewhere. I don't know where the screw came from. Is it part of these planet gears? These go on the end of the drive shaft, which go into each of the differential cases. You have one for each side. They're both exactly the same. So, or maybe not. This one is round. Does the other one have the insertion? No, it is the same. So one goes on this side. One goes on each side of this, the planet gear, and one goes on this side over here. Alright, so I think that, I already talked about the shocks. Nothing special about them. They're first thing that I'm going to feel once I start doing that. Now, okay, so out of all the things that I have done with this car, which I have done nothing, is just buy parts, and now I'm ready to build. Another thing that I ended up doing, I've seen a lot of services on these differentials. They do not come packed with grease. And you will need, right out of the box, to pack the gearboxes with grease. The gearboxes sit in these plastic housings right here. One in the front, one in the back. They almost, for the most part, come bone dry. And these are serviced, but I decided to upgrade, okay, feel me out here, to the, and I keep dropping screws here. Where'd it go? Okay, no, it's in there. Metal case, differential case. The plastic case, I've seen a lot of people when they service them and they start screwing in, the screws are right here. they tend to have to play with it a little bit because the play in the differential gets a little stuck. I guess because the plastic parts get binded. It's the only thing that I can actually think of. But that's the thing. I decided to go with the metal one. I'm pretty sure that because it's metal on metal, I'm going to have to Loctite these in to prevent vibration from getting this out. But I don't know that yet. I just know that I got a metal differential. This is metal on the actual one that you get with the buggy. When you purchase it is plastic. This part of it is. And then it came with a planet gear already, so now I have extra planet gears. That's actually pretty cool. And that's not part of the metal upgrade kit. These are parts that I bought separate. I bought 2 differentials with the metal, and then I bought, and it comes with all the hardware as well. You can see all the hardware in here. There's the metal differential case body, which again I think that these are going to have to get Loctite because it's iron cast. It looks like it's cast metal. There is the inside of each side of the differential case. It looks like it seals pretty good. I could have painted the plastic ones, but you know what, if I wanted to add a little weight to try to keep this thing low on the ground, even if I compromise a little speed, I'm going to go ahead and put these really nifty blue colors that will match perfectly with the gold differential casings. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I had to take a little restroom break. My apologies. I think my wife just came in and you might have heard her, you might have not heard it, but my daughter was coming in here acting crazy, talking about it smells like weed in here. Nobody's smoking weed in here. We're just normal people. We don't do that kind of stuff here. So just a disclaimer on that. Okay. So the next thing that I got, and I'm reading off of a list. That's why you key me so that I can show you all the things that I got. I also have an extra chassis. Let me pull it out of the box so you can actually see it. And again, all these parts were actually purchased from China. So they shipped from AliExpress. I think that some of them might have come from the US, but I don't know which ones because they all arrived fairly close, so not a bad deal. All these parts came in 13 days, so depends on where you live, and I'm in the United States. Here is the chassis. It's nothing special. It's exactly the same chassis that comes with the vehicle. I think you can get it just for under 10 bucks, which is a pretty decent deal. And I'm going to tell you a little thing about it, not the chassis itself, but my plans, because you'll see. Anyway, so I got the new chassis, and okay, so the next thing that I got, and this might or might not work for the application depending on how I decide to go with the gearing when I go with the brushless set, which hasn't arrived yet. I can't wait for it to arrive. And of course it comes with all the hardware. Here is the motor gear plus spur gear dust cover mount. It's not necessary, but I just think that it's going to look extremely cool. The only problem that I see with this, again, all these are metal parts. I'm probably going to have to Loctite these in because of vibration and stuff. But okay, so it'll close. It'll look somewhat like that. But if you do decide to go with something like Mod 1 gearing or the 17 pinion from the lower model, then you might not want to use this because you're going to have to probably grind this side here because the casing, you have to take some of it out for some of the applications, including right in here. So this one, I will install it with the stock gearing, but I can almost assure you that I'm going to have to revert to the stock plastic cover, which is right under here, this right here, because you're going to have to do modifications on it. It's a lot easier to do it on the plastic than it will be on the metal. This is just going to look extremely cool. So we'll see how that works out. This was also a separate purchase. You can get it for about $7-8 bucks. The next thing that I got is the wing mounts. The wing mounts, which are these right here, are black, and they are plastic. Nothing wrong with that. I'm okay with that, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I want my car to look extremely, extremely cool. And I know that I'm probably going to end up compromising weight, speed, that kind of stuff, but I don't care. I want to install these bad boys right here, and they're going to be my wing mounts, and they are going to look just amazing because of the color scheme that I'm going to use to paint the car, because this body is not going to be used on this car. But we'll get to that later. It also comes with all the mounting hardware, and it also comes with the little nifty plate that goes on top of the wing. There it is right there. All gold. Kind of like a yellowish gold. It's kind of weird because the drive shaft itself, let me pull the drive shaft and the wheel nuts, the hex nuts are these, and these are the same color, but all the other parts are like a lighter, more yellowish gold. This one is more like an orange gold. You can kind of see the difference there. Yeah, there you go. There you can see it. All right, so that's that. Just letting you know what it's going to look like if you decide to go with this color scheme with the blue, which is going to look, like I said, this combination right here with the color scheme I'm doing is just going to look extremely good with what I'm doing. All right, that's all the stuff that I got as far as the oh, and the motor mount. Okay, so you will see time and time again people talk about how hard it is to get the grub screw out of the motor pinion. I haven't tried it yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty hard, but just to act on the side of cash and get you one of these. The motor mount. It's fixed for the 17 pinion. If you want to use a 17 tooth pinion that is mod 7 that you can get, there's a trick for it. You have to drill it out. You have to take one of this hole right here. I believe, no, this mount goes like this and it goes like that. So you're gonna have to drill out or extend right here to be able to push the motor in, because the pinion is smaller so that it meshes correctly on the actual drive shaft spur gear. But that is the motor mount. You might want to get one of these, and I went ahead and got me an extra set of gears because you just never know, but I have 2 sets of these. All right, the next thing that I got are these cool little things. I don't know, I have 2 setups. So I bought the LC Racing mounts, okay? These are to lift the body. I am going to use this to actually lift the body, and they're gonna get attached to the, I don't know where yet. I'm assuming that they're gonna get attached to the, probably by the way that it looks, I'm going to have to attach them to the shock mounts. Yeah, that's probably what's going to end up happening. They're probably going to end up getting attached to the shock mounts, but let me show you their LC Racing brand. I got these, and it comes with, I guess, some grub screws. It has 4 grub screws, and then you have right here the rear mount, which takes, I'm assuming, yeah, like that. And I guess I'm assuming the grub screws go, yeah, and either side, whichever side you choose to. But that's going to allow you, this is pretty neat, to lift and lower that according to where you mount this. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. I have a truck body coming, so this is going to be able to be removed. I have another different kind of mount that I'm going to use, because I know for a fact that with the ESC and the brushless and the little transmitter or receiver for the transmitter is not going to fit under this body. So, and the one that I got, it might fit, but I still want some kind of clearance lifted up, I don't know, ½ an inch, maybe a centimeter or 2, so that I can get the body that I got. The body that's going to use these mounts is not here yet. It's a truck mount. Here's the front one, and it's got the same system. You just put the little, and you can raise and lower it as much as you want to, and that's just going to work great for the application. I just know that this was a good purchase. You can get these for about between $5 and $7, depends on where you buy them from. So that's going to be another part of the upgrade. I am so excited to do this. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. And like I said, These are LC Racing. It's a little mount kit. These are the, let me see if it has a model. It's the L6033 body mounts. And it is gonna work perfect with the truck. I got a clear truck body that's coming. I don't know if I'm gonna use it for the speed run. It might be more for the basher, but I don't know yet. All right, then other mounts that I got, and I paid, I think it was about $5 for these on eBay if I can get the bag open. Or the magnetic ones. How I'm going to attach them to the body, I don't know yet. I haven't decided how I'm going to attach them to the body. I'm probably only going to need 2 of these, but it comes with 4. And that is also, if you go off of the actual mount that is on the car, you will be able to probably, let me see, so show you what I am actually talking about here. Install it on this. If I can get it on there without it sticking to everything. All right, so here is the rear mount right here. It looks like it's wider, and you might have to fit something in there to hold it, but I think that if you put the pin in, it should be fine. It'll hold in place and not wiggle too much. But see how much rise it gives it? So if you was using, for example, I'm just gonna stick it to the body, see kind of what kind of clearance it gives it. So you have right here, it comes with the clips and everything, so that's a bonus. It comes with 4 clips for each and every single. So I'm trying to get this to work. I'm sorry guys, it's just these magnets are extremely strong, and I've read that they were. So all right, so let's get here, let's go there. Nope. Okay, so I'm putting it right where the hole is on the back side right there. I put it on the outside for now until I decide how I'm actually going to install them. I think I want to glue them on the inside once I get my other body painted, or I might just use them like this, like if the clip was on the outside. I might just do that. I'm not sure yet. So it goes right there. See, you can see the metal thing. I don't like that, so I might just end up gluing them in. So when you go to put it on the body, the theory, or at least what I was thinking, was that if I installed a body, it's going to rise it a little bit. You see, you can kind of see the side a little bit. But it definitely gives it enough clearance to fit an ESC in there. Now, is it going to wiggle? It might. So I don't know how I'm going to work this out, but I will figure it out. So it raises it up just that much. You might have to attach extra pieces to the body on the side here. I don't know yet, but this is not the body I'm using anyway. That's just to show you as an example what I plan on doing with them. So I got those, and then I got me some different tires. I got some tires that I am going to be using with, I got these Exceed tires. Exceed tires, I've read really good things about these. You let me know if they are or if they're not. I'm just showing you what I actually got. These are actually 45 short, 30 millimeter, 26 millimeter. So these will be the front tires, and they work with the hex. That's where that hex goes that I was showing you earlier. This is a 26 millimeter one. They have a really, really good feel to them. I think these are going to work just perfect for speed runs. I wanted to get the wider ones, and I should have. I just didn't know what I was purchasing. So this set will be the initial set, but I am probably going to go wider in the front. And then I got, these are the rear ones, same brand. These, you can get these for about $8 a set. These are 35 shore, Exceed, for $110. And then these are 30 millimeters in the back. More than likely what I'm going to end up doing is using 30 millimeters in the front and going with 45 millimeters or higher in the back. I don't know yet. So that's just my initial set. We'll see how those end up work. Oh, and by the way, because like me, I didn't know how they would compare to the stock. So in comparison to the stock, if I put them side by side, they're just smaller by about 5 millimeters or so. Let's see, I got a caliper here, so let's see what the difference is. So this one is actually 64.5, if this caliper is reading right. 65 millimeters, and the stock tire is about 72.5 on the rear. They're about the same. Okay, now the width wise, I think they are 30. Yep, 30, and it's a little shorter than 20. This one's 25.5 is what it's measuring. Let's see how it compares to these. Say that they're. Put the wrong term. Let me see. Hold on. 26, 25.5. These are actually 26. 26.3 is what it's coming out to measure off of the rim. The tire itself might be 26, but with the rim it's about 26.5. Alright, enough of that. Alright, so the next thing that I want to show you that all is going in within the next few days is the shock wheel. I've seen plenty of videos, and in the description below and maybe in the links and the thanks and the stuff that I might end up posting on here, because I don't remember all the names from the top of my head. I got the Team Losi Racing oil. That is for my shocks. I decided to go with one of the recommendations for this particular car. I'm going 60 in the back, and I am going 42 in the front. I wanted to go a little lighter, but they had these on sale and I just couldn't pass it up, so I'm going to start with 42. I think I paid for both of them. Combined was like $8-9 or something like that shipped, so I can't complain about that. Actually, they say $4.99 each, but I know that I paid less than that. This is actually silicone shock oil. That's the 42 weight, and then silicone shock oil 60 weight. See the price right there, $4.99, and they are right there. That is the bottle. Two ounces. That's that much, and it should give you plenty of service time if you have a combination like that. So, like I said, front and rear, that's what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. This is I really wanted to get the Fat Body's attack body. It's a very aggressive body. It's not as aerodynamic as a buggy body, but I really do like it. And you know, I don't like waiting on things, so they didn't have it in stock, and I can only order it from Europe if I wanted it, and I didn't want to wait from Europe, so I decided to go with the Fat Body Turbo. This is the body. It's not cut yet. I haven't done anything with it yet. I am going to paint it in a 3-color scheme. Exactly how that color scheme is going to work out, I don't know. You can leave suggestions in the box. Please give me suggestions or point me in the right direction of some cool color schemes that are pretty basic. I don't want to get too crazy with it because I am no expert. I have never painted a body. So when this car is done, you're going to see it. All this stuff that I'm showing you right now, you're going to end up seeing it built. And some of them will actually have some tutorials because I have learned some things from online. And I got and it's right there. There it is, Fat Bodies Turbo. And there it is. And it has the word fat on one side, so I'm probably just going to paint it in the color that it actually is supposed to go there, but I don't know yet. I'm just working on what I'm going to do. Then I got the Girt Wing from the same company, Fat Bodies. Here it is. Comes with some neat little stickers, Fat Body stickers, and it comes with, there it is, there's the Girt Wing. How I'm going to cut it, and give me suggestions, send me pictures, do whatever you must to get me to get this thing looking aggressive and mean, because this will be my first speed run build in 25 years. Trust me, it has been 25 years. Alright, so That's the body. In comparison to the stock body, these do fit these buggies. It's been confirmed. There are people that have the turbo out there, but the attack has been a little bit more common with this car. All right, so as far as I'm gonna go front end to front end. If I put them side by side, they seem like they're just as tall in the front as each other. You can see it right there. They're just almost as tall. The difference is going to be on the side. So you can see how it just gives you about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 an inch, maybe a little more, from top to top. You get a little bit more clearance right here, and that is important when you're trying to mount an ESC on this thing, because if you're going with aftermarket ESC, which you have to if you go brushless, some people cut a hole up here, but I'm going to try to avoid that by raising the body as much as I can without compromising the look and the aerodynamics. And I would honestly only go probably as far up as right to the edge of this lip right here. That's probably as far as I want to go. I want to try to keep it ideally down here, but if I have to rise it a little bit because of that, then I will. I'm going to cut it. I don't know yet, but we will figure that out when time comes. And for that video, I'm probably just not going to post it, because I'm not going to do a video on the painting because it might just come horrible. That's going to be a finished product kind of thing, so you can see that I had it and I'm going to work with it. I'm just waiting on the tape. I want to get some kind of tape that is not going to allow it to bleed from color to color. The next thing that I have, and this is the last part of this video before I get to one final point that I was thinking about while I was doing it, is the paint. All right, so the color scheme that I'm going with, that's why I bought the golden parts. These are going to be the accents on the car, the lines, the window lines, stuff like that. I might even get some carbon fiber tape to put around the windows. I don't know if I'm going to leave them clear. I don't know yet. I just know that this is the details color, Tamiya color, and it is very important from what I have read on things online that you want to use this paint. Don't use testers, don't use Krylon, don't use any of those things that are not designed to paint polycarbonate or Lexan bodies, because it's gonna end up cracking. And I've also heard that you want to rough up the inside of it a little bit. This has a skin on the outside that's protection for the overspray. That's that. The next color that I'm using is, what is this called? It's called PS3, but I think it was called baby blue or sky blue or something like that. I love this kind of blue. It's going to go very well with this kind of blue right here that I have. It's going to go good with that kind of blue that I have right there. It's almost the same blue. I try to match it as best as possible for what I could tell on pictures on the internet. This is going to be one of the main colors of that Fat Body Turbo's body, and I think that it's just going to look amazing. Then the next color that you have, which will match with the gold and the yellow and that blue going on, is going to be this orange. That is the color that I decided to go to. The code for this one is PS7. You can see it right there. The code for the yellow was PS19, and the code for the blue is PS3. So any suggestions of what I should do with those color schemes are going to be extremely appreciated, because I just don't know what I am going to do with this thing yet. If you look at the stock picture of this body, it is painted in black, red, and white. I kind of like the design on it, but I want to go with a simple yet aggressive design. I don't think I'm going to go gradient. I might try that with the truck body, but I'm no expert at painting yet, so I'm just going to try to go with solid, straight lines, diagonal lines, maybe do a little bit of detail here, across the top. I'm thinking about going lines with yellow, maybe around the windows or something. I don't know yet. I just don't know what I'm going to do with this, because there are so many options of what I can do with it. I'm thinking maybe get some lines going down this way, like lines paint like a solid color and then maybe some yellow lines, but I don't know if the background should be orange or blue. Maybe I'll go with a diagonal line from back to rear that goes from orange to blue in the front, maybe orange in the front, blue in the back. I don't know. So any suggestions are going to be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Well, guys, I know that this has been a long video, but I'm super excited to start my project and I don't know the actual cost estimate of all of this, but I can tell you right now. Oh, wait, there is one more thing and another comment that I wanted to make. If you have a 144001, this kit is actually designed for the 144001. And it has wheel nuts, it has the shock nuts that hold them in place. It has an upgraded tool, because the one that comes with the car is plastic and it does not work very well. It strips out really fast. So here is a metal one. Unfortunately, I ordered another one, so now I'm going to have two because I didn't know that the kit came with this. I wasn't paying attention. But this kit, you can pick it up, believe it or not, for under 10 bucks, and it is going to have every single bolt or nut. Well, not nut so much, but all the screws, actually, is what I meant, that you are possibly going to need. And it even has the grub screw Allen wrench. There it is. There is your grub screw Allen wrench. It comes with this kit. It comes with a little screwdriver, which is nothing special, nothing fancy, but it's pretty heavyweight. It has these little bushings right here. That it comes with them. It comes with the rods that go on the front and rear swing arms. It has those. I mean, it has the motor mount screws. It even has the hex nut little. Even these little hex nut that goes on the wheel, it has those with it. The bar that goes across the hex nut, it has those. It has the body screws, motor mount screws, every screw that you could possibly imagine. It has wheel nuts. It has all the wheel nuts that originally come with this, and it has the washer side with it. That is actually pretty cool that it actually comes with these nuts. I like that it does. And it has them in white if you decide to go white or silver with them, which I'm pretty sure these are meant to be used with the shock mounts, but you could use these for the wheels just as well. Okay. The next thing that I was going to say, as you can tell, I have just pretty much rebuilt the car, which seems kind of senseless. It probably doubled the price of the car. That's not including the motor mounts. I mean, not the motor mount, the motor and the ESC. But this is the thing. It's a hobby. And hobbies are meant to do how you want to do them. And in my eyes, I think that making my own car, my own special way, where there's not going to be another one like it, is going to make it just an amazing project. And there'll be so much self-gratification. Now, the last thing that I'm going to leave you with, if you decide to do something like what I'm doing, not everything is lost. Look, I already have another chassis. And guess where all these parts that I'm taking out of here, which is pretty much all of them, can go to? You can build another car. You can build another car. You can build a basher by taking this motor and putting it on your little basher, or just leave the basher like this and start building off of this chassis with all brand new parts and build yourself a metal upgraded car. Now, can you buy another car and it'll probably be cheaper? Yeah, but it's not going to come with the metal parts. Just buy the metal parts. Do what you got to do if you want to go this route. Look, I got shocks. I got mounts. I got all the screws. I got a wing. I got a body. I got the clips for the body. I got the mounts. I got the factory ESC combo receiver with the 550 brushed motor. And the servo, I mean, like I said, I got the gears, the differential gears. I got the swing arms. I got everything. So pretty much, if I were to go and build another car, I could without even touching this one. But I'm going to do it on this one because this is my baby. So when I get a new one, which I'm not going to because now that I've thought about it enough, I have just about 20 more bucks to spend. and I can build another car. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build another car, use the stock wheels, and there's my basher. There you go. Case closed. All right, YouTube. Thanks for watching. I will start posting videos about some of these upgrades because there's a million videos out there for upgrades. I'm not going to bore you to death with how to do the shocks because you can find those videos out there. That's going to be my first project. I'm getting off of here and going straight to filling these shocks and get started on my project. Good night, YouTube.